Hey up and welcome to Callum's Corner. Right, the astute among you are going to notice a slightly different background behind me. It's a good news, bad news situation, and we'll get the bad news out of the way first. I am now single again. Unfortunately, my girlfriend and I broke up on Saturday. I did see it coming, if I'm honest with you. We've been spending less and less time together. I was still seeing her occasionally, but it only seemed to be for boom boom, which is great. I've got my sexual needs, but I've also got my emotional needs, which were no longer being fulfilled. Yeah, I'd noticed she was getting a bit annoyed with me when I was, making jokes and stuff. And there's a temptation to try and change yourself a little bit to keep a girlfriend, but you should never do that. I mean, not everybody likes Ribena, but if you start watering it down to try and make the people who don't like Ribena, the people who do like Ribena are no longer going to like it. So, yeah, I'm not going to make myself an over-diluted glass of Ribena. That's an apt metaphor, really, for a relationship. Yeah, as I say, I'm all right about it. I saw it coming and stuff. Went round there on Saturday and did the deed. She wasn't too happy, to be honest with you. She didn't react great. Said some hurtful things, but you can't take too much notice of what women say when you're breaking up with them. I mean, if that was all true and it was that small and stuff, she wouldn't have wanted to do it anyway in the first place. So you've just got to ignore all that. It's not true. But the good news of the situation is, well, basically, after I broke up with her on Saturday, I was just bored. Sunday came round. The most eventful thing that happened to me was an unseemingly large bowel movement for my kind of compulsive comfort eating on Saturday evening. And I was just bored, really. And the last couple of days I was bored, thinking, I've got nothing to make a video about. I know my life seems exciting sometimes because I make videos when stuff happens, but that's only one exciting thing in a day, and sometimes it's not even that and stuff. So I've decided to change up my content a little bit. I'm still going to give you my emotional kind of outbursts because it's useful for me. I've always enjoyed that, but I'm going to do some more YouTubey kind of content as well. Yeah, I was sitting around bored and stuff, and I suddenly thought, just get off your ass and do something. I've got back into my music. I'm now on the Isle of Wight, and I'm going into the studio later to record another song. So many of you love my Ting Tings parody. I've decided to do a few more. I do hope to have enough for an album by the end of the year. So you will have a new music video with you, hopefully next week. Written all the words and stuff, just going to go in and record it now. And I'm also going to do a few more kind of YouTubey type of videos, like Will Any, just mocking people and looking at, stuff online. I've got a great idea for that, so I'm going to bring you that shortly as well. Yeah, so that's where we are, really. Good, bad news, I'm single again. Good news, I'm all right with it. I'm on the Isle of Wight, I'm having a great time. I've come down, I've already been recording stuff for the vlog. I've been out, kayaking and stuff. I'm here in a workshop at the moment, so it's going to be a really exciting vlog. Yeah, so everything's looking up for me, really, despite the fact that I'm now single again. I'm excited by what's happening, and it's time to get my arse in gear and start, making the most of life. Yeah, and if any of you are in a similar situation, you're feeling like your girlfriend or your partner may not like you that much, don't be tempted to change. Never change yourself. The other thing I'm going to start doing is little live broadcasts. Now, I know I do those already, but these are going to be dance broadcasts. A lot of you enjoyed my dancing for my 100k special. So I'm going to go live at various times, just randomly through the day and stuff, like a wake up, shake up, where you guys can listen to what I'm listening to, see my dancing, have a dance with me if you want to. If you're in public, maybe you just bop your head. But if you're in the privacy of your own home, do join in. Dance like no one's watching. Just let yourself be in that moment. I remember being young and stuff, so many lads just go, only do dancing when they go to clubs and stuff, when they're chasing that, slippery little slit and stuff. Whereas it should be for yourself. It should be something you enjoy and love. So I do urge you to dance along with me when the first broadcast starts. Yeah, that's about it, really. Hope you guys are awesome. And yeah, speak to you again soon.